How's it going, everyone? Civ Extraordinaire here, and we are back with another episode. We are continuing today as the Olmecs. The last two episodes we started as, or we continued as the Olmecs, but we started out in the first episode as a Neolithic tribe. We started roughly around here, I believe, but we continued to the west to these jungles, the jungles of, actually the name isn't showing. But we continued to these foreign jungles, and we established our capital of San Lorenzo, which now sits at 4 population. It's definitely not our most populous city. I think that title goes to La Venta. Actually, they're both the same pop. But hopefully, speaking of cities, we are hopefully going to be founding another city very soon. Aksum has also grown recently very quickly, and we're just continuing on to build an obelisk there. We ascended, as I mentioned earlier, to the Aksumites last episode, and we can make use of their great obelisk, which really helped with money production. And that's going to especially help since we just got into a war in the last episode with the Goths, I believe they are now. Or they're still I think they're still the Hittites. Let me just check real quick. Yes, they are still the Hittites. They have not ascended, so we are a bit ahead in that aspect. We are also ahead in the aspect of faith. If you can see here, we are dominating the entire region. All cities have been converted to our faith, and it should be very, very hard for anyone to pick up with a religion. And just to use that as a transitioning point, I asked you guys last episode, I didn't get too many responses, but the question for last episode really was, what religion do we want for our faith, or what tenets, just to finalize our faith? So I've kind of been looking over them. We have eschew gluttony, we have be in harmony with nature, we have a bunch of these different tenets that I think have been refined a bit. But I'm just going to briefly go over them. So we have a few science ones. I think it really depends just on how far we're behind in a certain aspect. But we're pretty good, I think, for food and production. I also think we're very good for influence due to our Olmec legacy trait, or cultural legacy ability, however it's pronounced or whatever it's known as. So I think I want to go something science related because we're also fine with gold because we have the Aksumites. So I think either be in harmony with nature, plus 10 science on territories under a religion's influence, plus 1 maximum number of holy sites, or plus 1 science per state religion follower. The AI has had trouble with pops, so I think I'm going to take the plus 10 science, just from looking over the comments on Discord and the feedback. So I think we'll take and be in harmony with nature, just since we haven't got that too much feedback from the comments on what you guys wanted to see. So I'm just going to make the executive decision to go with the science tenet. I hope you guys are fine with that. But again, we can always go back. But you can see once we've chosen this tenet, so it'll be a bit until we can upgrade our religion further. But I actually really like this system because it's not like with Civ 6 where you just found a religion and you're done. You're like slowly evolving your religion as time passes on, and that's a really, really nice feature. And it's just fun to watch your religion grow and develop to some kind of unique, tangible, realistic-looking faith. So I don't know what we want to make us as a city next. We have a few options here. Maybe this city here could be a good, nice option. We may also want to get a coastal settlement. So this city would also be a good option. We also have a scout on this city, so I think that might not be a bad idea, just to go ahead and rush this city right here. Once the horse ranch is done, of course. So, can we see that in a queue? Actually, let's just go ahead and buy this out. And then we can go ahead and wait for city creation. I think we'll buy that out later. We can't right now because we're a bit low. But as you can see, we have our little horses over here. They're even running away from my cursor, which is very funny. I love that little detail. But let's get back to, I guess, dismissing the scouts and giving our territory one more pop. We should be at, what, 2 now? Oh, we're at 3, so this will be a very strong city once it gets started. Last episode, we also merged these 2 territories. And then, of course, we started our war. I think I mentioned that earlier against the Hittites. Okay, and we also got Standing Army, which helps us with iron. So this should... It also grants us our Shodalai as well, which is great. I don't think we have any iron, though. Actually, we do. I take that back. So let's go build an iron mine here. Okay. And then I think we can build a copper mine afterwards, but just to get us started for our Shodalai, let's get an iron mine right there. And then, looks like our army is capped out here. Okay, it looks like we're going to have a confrontation here. And I'm fine with that, so let's just get started. Let's have a fun and interesting episode. And then we have auto-resolve battles turned off. So let's manage this. Casually, I guess you could say, or more seriously, since we have auto-resolve turned off. I don't know, I'm not going to get too much into it. But as you can see, we have this pass here. So that should really help us get into close quarters with the enemy. Alright. So, let's just see here. Alright, that scout is weak. The scout also looks weak. So let's just see if we can pick these guys off first. I think that's a good idea. Okay. So let's just see. Alright, I'm going to have you go ahead and finish this guy off. My javelin thrower. Great. Now he's a human shish kebab. Alright, you go attack that scout. Probably a bad idea to get into this crevice or whatever. That's okay. You can finish off that scout if you can. Can you reach him? Yes, you can. Finish him off. Another shish kebab. Okay, and then you... Okay, you can't actually move. That's unfortunate. We'll end our turn then. But we did kill 2 scouts, so that is great. Okay, who are you? Some kind of skirmisher? It looks like another warrior, actually. Okay. We've just barely survived with that unit. I don't know if we'll have him for much longer. But those scouts pack a punch, man. Okay, we're going to go ahead and soften him up. Can you reach from here? You can. Go ahead, get some experience. Another shish kebab added to the to a little meat kebab array, and then you can go ahead and finish them off. There you go. These javelin throwers are actually really nice. I underestimated them, but it's a good thing we went ahead and cranked them out beforehand. So let's weaken you up a bit. Yeah. Thankfully, they don't have any other unique units. I hear they can be a bit of a pain. Let's get you on the higher ground, and then we should be able to finish you off here. Alright. Just bury your axe into him. Okay, now what is our rewards from this skirmish? We didn't get anything, so that was utterly pointless. But I guess you could say we did fend them off for a bit. And I think we will heal our troops next turn. We also got some promotion, so this wasn't completely in vain. So we can upgrade them to Shodalai, and Shodalai are very powerful. You can also transfer them as well. Okay. So, and then there's, okay, you're just giving me a little tutorial here. Let's go ahead and heal first before we upgrade. We can't heal you yet. Can we retreat? Or, okay, we already expended our action. Okay. Since we're in the middle of warfare, then let's go with fortifications, just in case we get any surprise blitzkrieg attacks before we end our turn. Okay. Can we heal you yet? No, we can't. We are a bit low on money, it looks like. Oh, we can heal you. I take that back. So you should be fine. It's showing us we can upgrade them. But I just want to speed this iron mine up. Okay, we can't really sacrifice a pop. Just because we only have one pop there, I think. So that might not be a good idea.
Yes,
But
sir.
we will put our guys probably
Yes.
over here just to ransack a bit.
Let's go.
Maybe it's a good idea
Let's
to
do it.
sabotage their amenities or their luxuries. Okay, and while that is happening, I think I want to... Okay, we actually have a great obelisk there. Let's see if we have any resources here. No, we're a bit low. Okay. Do we have any good science spots? That's an okay science spot, +5. Any good maker's quarters? Actually, our obelisk kind of function as a maker's quarter. Okay, this is a good industry spot. I'm just trying to think. Is there anything specifically that I'm drastically lacking? There probably is, but I'm just too ignorant to make a correction there. We do have some forest. A lumber yard might be a good idea. We have a lot of production, but I guess it doesn't hurt to get some more since we're in the middle of a war. So, okay, Blades of the Empire. As your horizons widen, your armies grow in lockstep with your ambitions. Now, with military power spread over several regiments, it is time to decide the nature of the soldiers who compose your armies. Okay, we don't have any civic points yet. But since we already have a reduced unit cost, I think we will go with a +1 combat strength. I hear that stacks up just a bit. So let's end our turn here. Alright, fortifications, that's great. And here the Harappans are just running around. Where are our guys? There you are. I think we'll go ahead and ransack this. We can ransack that. Ooh, let's just get started with this depot. Look at all that gold we're getting from there. That is a wise investment indeed. And then we don't have just enough gold to finish that mine off, but all of this gold from here, from the dyes, should help us grow our gold economy. And so, ideally, after we build a few more obelisks and start a big ransack in that territory, or whatever you call it, like a raiding party, we can go ahead and buy out a few more units. Okay, I think we were just about to build a farm in Aksum. We have our maker's quarter, so getting some population up. Actually, that is a farm right there. I think that's a farmer's quarter we just built. Okay, we could build a maker's quarter here, or we could build one here, or we could build one here. I think we're going to go ahead and build a maker's quarter right up here just to help strengthen our obelisk. Not really to get the extra production, but just to help with our obelisk. And we are okay on stability, so that shouldn't be too big of a concern. While we're at it, let's go ahead and get some irrigation just because we have a huge river system here. Okay, and we have an event. A troubling truth has emerged regarding the great stable megalopolis of Laventa. Many servants from the city's palace have been castrated at the command of the local ruler. Ouch. These eunuchs are believed to be more loyal. I would say so, considering they have their balls cut off. And they are said to play a number of roles from courier to singer to guard. What is your view on this matter? I don't know. I guess we'll just accept this for Laventa, but we're not gonna go ahead and administer it throughout our empire. We're just gonna leave them alone. We don't want a 13 colonies situation popping out. But this is a bit concerning. We have a scout rider, it looks like, or some kind of courier over here. So with that in mind, actually, I think we need to end our turn first. Okay, let's go ahead and get Mounted Warfare. I think we get Night Raids with that. And then, since we've completed this, we're going to get our dies.
This proposal respects your people and mine.
Okay, and it looks like she wants to share maps, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Just continuing our mission of fostering relations with the Harappans. Okay, and we have completed our raid. Now we should be able to buy out this iron mine. And now that we have this, let's go ahead and get a copper mine. There it is. Alright, we can also buy the copper mine out, but I think I'll just let this outpost complete the construction. And I think we should now have enough resources for the Shodalai. Okay. I don't even think they have an iron requirement. Okay, and one of their bonuses is Grappler, which allows a better zone of control, which is very nice. So I definitely think we'll be taking that.
Let's go.
Alright. We are out of movement though, but let's go ahead and upgrade just to get the combat bonus. So you're going from 18 to 27, which is a huge improvement. And there we go. So, I think we have capped out our army size, but the Shodalai should prove very, very useful. Okay, I want to see what is the scout doing over here? Probably nothing good. It looks like he vanished, so I guess he's just scouting out territory. But it looks like they haven't advanced their line yet, so I think it's a good idea to go ahead and try to penetrate into their... Oops, what are you doing? Penetrate into the enemy line. So...
Advance.
Okay, let's see if we can raid this city.
Okay.
Or ransack it. I don't even know if that's a city. Is this an outpost or what? It looks like it's a city, but I don't know what's going on here. Anyhow, let's build a industry quarter here. Okay, that's a good idea. Alright, that should be fine. And then I kind of forget, but we do have the option to build stuff down here too. Alright, it looks like we completely razed that city. That was a bit brutal. But now we have access to dyes, and we will be employing that in our economy. And horses too. Okay, I had to mute my mic a bit. I apologize for the barking in the background. I have a very loud coonhound. But since we destroyed their outpost, I think we'll go ahead and put our own outpost down. I think here's a good spot. But we are going to be claiming that area. Right. And I think we also were... What were we turning into a city? Okay, we were turning this, I think, into a city, right? Actually, it was this settlement right here. So let's go ahead and buy that out. I'm not going to wait 16 turns, that's a lot. So that should be fine. Okay, and there's a little unique quarter. So we have 3 pops, that's great. I apologize for the barking, I'll edit that out. Okay, let's go ahead and go ahead with a market quarter maybe. Or what are we lacking in this city? Okay, we have plentiful amounts of food. It doesn't really show us our output. Okay, we have 11. But we have some good spots for food here. I think a harbor might be a good idea. I think that also gives us food. If we have access to that. Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and get that harbor, because we're getting 9 food as opposed to like 3 with our farming quarters. And then I think we're safe to leave that there for now. Maybe a fishery too would be a good idea, since we do have access to the ocean. And we have a few river tiles over here. Right, hydrology is going to help us out. And maybe we should go clear this layer out while we're up here. Just ransack this. There we go. Okay. And then I think we want to get conquest. There we go. Okay. And I think just meanwhile, while we're rampaging throughout here, we want to try to vassalize and subdue the capital of Hattusa. Before at least they transcend to the Goths. They might have already done that. Okay, it looks like they did transcend. They transcended to the Huns, it looks like. So this is going to be a bit difficult, but the Shodalai should help us. Okay, we already see some of their units there. So we got to be quick. Alright, let's go ahead and confirm this battle. The AI is going to lose, but I just want to see how our Shodalai look in the combat. So, actually it looks like they have the initiative here. Alright, and that's a ton of damage, holy crap. They took out a whole unit. God, that was a lot of damage. Okay, I think that was because they attacked their javelin. That was just bad positioning on our part. But you can move ahead here. Get some damage on them. That's great. And then you can finish them off. There we go. Okay. Alright. And then I think... Okay. So it looks like one of their units escaped. We cannot allow them to pillage.
Don't fall behind.
Let's continue moving on here.
Over there. Let's go.
Okay. And then we should be able to finish them off.
Let's take them.
Alright. So we made a mistake last time in positioning our archers at the front. They will be guarded, or our javelin throwers, as long as we keep them around in the city. Okay. And in the meantime, now that we're in La Venta, let's go ahead and build some improvements. Okay, I think a granary and a public fountain is a good idea. Alright, let's initiate the battle and see what we can do. Okay, they have the initiative, it looks like. Okay, where are they? Are they just fleeing? Okay, there they are. Sorry. Okay. They're getting demolished by our Shodalai, foolishly sending a scout in to attack. A bad move. Alright. It looks like we won. I thought there was a horse unit, but that's just the banner of their civilization. So now that we stopped them from pillaging our dies, where's our city? Okay, our city was actually up there. That's my bad. Of Adulis, our city of Adulis here. My pronunciation is horrible. But let's go ahead and get a javelin thrower to kind of replace that. Or we can get a horseman. That's actually not a bad idea. Now that we have the resources, at least. Let's go ahead and buy out a horseman, and then we can send you over here.
Yes.
Alright, we have to wait a turn. Okay, we have a new notification. Alright, we got conquest, and we have a new grievance. I don't think that's going to work, buddy. I didn't even attack your army. Right? Or was that mine? Okay, he claimed a territory there, and then he attacked our army, apparently. Let's go ahead and make a demand.
Don't pay and see what happens!
You cockroach!
It's time we dropped the demands.
Okay. I don't know why they attacked my army. That was a dick move. What are you doing? Did he declare war on me? Okay, we're at peace, but I don't know what he thinks he's doing here. Let's go ahead and retreat. Being a bit of a dick here.
Come over here.
Or did my soldiers accidentally go ahead and attack them? I don't know what's going on here. This is very confusing. Okay, go ahead and... No. What is even going on here? Okay. I guess we... I don't even know what's happening here. Okay. I just don't know what's going on. I guess they claimed a territory, and that's why we're losing borders or whatever. We're having border trouble. But it looks like they claimed this area here with an outpost. I'm perfectly fine with that. We were busy flaming down here. But it looks like the Hittites don't have that much territory, so we should be fine. Looks like we have the Celts down here too. So, they only have 2 settlements though. And who is this? The Morians are over here too. They made a weird settlement in the middle of here. But we have, I think, most of the pressure here. So that should be great. Okay. We can wait here.
Keep together.
Just position there. And we will send our horsemen over here to join you. Okay, should be a few turns, but I think we can wait. Alright. I think we have a nice campus location here, too.
Move out. Eye forward.
Okay. And then we can join you next turn. Alright, and now we have a new, interesting religious option. Followers of the Empire's religion continue to grow, but within the temples and holy places tensions brew. Sadly, the blossoming interpretations of religious tenets is leading to schisms as worshippers place more or less import, is that a typo, on different rules. It speaks to a wider question of how other entire religions should be seen. Is religious harmony something to aspire to, or a question that shouldn't even be raised? I think this is a church and state question. So, we don't really have civic points to spend on that, but we will consider that probably in future episodes if we have time. Because this episode looks like it's going to be a bit on the shorter side. I'm not too sure. Depends on really how much I have to edit out. But this common quarter looks fairly interesting. I think that plays into the Italian's unique quarter with the teatro, or however it's pronounced. Okay, it looks like we have an attitude change with an empire. Right, who are you guys? Okay, that's a bit concerning. Alright, we have the Celts over here. Where was our army? Alright, right here. Let's go ahead and quickly try to put an end to this war. I think we'll be able to put their capital under siege in a few turns. I want to at least get started on that. Okay, let's just follow this road. Alright. But I think our units should be fairly close to promoting themselves. Okay, we're also being very close to being done with Stonehenge. So, after that, what do we want to do? Okay. Well, we have a few options here. I think a great obelisk here would be a good idea. But I think we definitely want a scriptorium if we can transition to Franks here and here. So I'll be saving those spots for later. But a great obelisk here is not a bad idea. So I think a science spot here isn't a bad idea either. We have a +9 spot. I think we'll actually go ahead and take that. Can we buy that out? No, we can't. So let's just go ahead, complete Stonehenge for this episode, and then next episode we can move on to more scientific pursuits. Okay, let's get artificial reservoirs. Ooh, and we have another unique flavor option. As the harvest season draws close, the common folk are worried. Excuse me. With many ferrets scattered across the Empire, last year, an infestation of rodents, largely rats and mice, Oh, sorry, mini ferrets. Mini farms. Okay, let me just reread this. As the harvest season draws close, the common folk are worried. With many farms scattered across the empire, last year an infestation of rodents, largely rats and mice, plundered granaries. However, rumors have it that one enterprising village mitigated the problem by using cats. But you also know that sealers use a new kind of predator named a ferret. Which of them will you employ officially? I think we'll go with ferrets just because I'm not a big fan of cats. Sorry. I'm a dog person. Cats are definitely one of my less favorite animals. I don't think I haven't really ever owned a cat either. Um, but let's go ahead and continue moving. That'll be next turn, actually. We have a battle. Oops. Okay, let's just auto-resolve this. He's being a bit of a dick. Okay. You'll pay for that later. But, as I was saying, this turn, we will be moving our horses over here. And I think we'll be moving it to the capital and see if we can siege it. There's only one person in the capital. As I said, they are having pop problems, so it shouldn't be too hard to vassalize him. Okay. And let's go ahead and start sieging. Or should I leave that for next episode? You know what? I think I will leave it for next episode just to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. But you know what? Actually, let's just do it at this episode. That's kind of too much of a tease. But let's go ahead and assault this. This is going to be interesting because we have to build siege engines and protect our siege weapons until we can breach the wall. This shouldn't be too hard. But no, they just gave up immediately. Okay, I think that was because we had the I accidentally turned auto resolve on. Okay, oh well, it wasn't going to be too hard anyway. That wasn't too much of a challenge, unfortunately. Let's just see if they want to seed or whatever. And then we can call it up. Sorry about that. That was deeply disappointing. Let's just see if they want to secede. I don't really care about any of this. I just want you to become a vassal. That's all I want. Okay, so let's just force... Sorry about the barking again. But let's just force surrender. Alright, sorry about that. I have to make another cut. I have a very, very noisy dog, if you couldn't tell. But let's go ahead and vassalize this guy. And... Okay, you're my vassal now, it looks like. And we got a world deed for doing that. So... Again, sorry about the shitty auto-resolve. I didn't realize I was cutting you guys short on that. But let's just save one more turn, and then we do have a new civic unlocked. Culture's Heritage. Alright, the capture of the great city of Hattusa was a proud day for your empire. Marching through its gates, however, it was clear that the defeated citizens were equally proud of their own colorful culture. What do you make of their customs and rites? Okay, we have several decisions here. Of course, we're waiting for a civic point. But I think we might go for multiculturalism. They can keep their culture. I don't really care too much. Our culture is fairly influential anyway, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal breaker. But we have built a new wonder. Right, so here it is. But let's just take a quick look at our wonder before we close out on the episode. I think it gives us a ton of benefits from additional states. And we're getting 43 food from that. That's very impressive. And 60 stability, so we can build a ton of quarters. And we're getting 25 faith as well, so that should be a huge boon to our civilization. Unlike Stonehenge, its counterpart in Civ 6, which is notably one of the weakest wonders in that game. So, I think we will take pride in knowing that Stonehenge is benefiting our empire quite significantly so. Let's spy this out real quick. And we're just completely urbanizing this jungle, unfortunately. But looks like we're doing pretty well. So I'm not going to drag this out for too long. This episode, I think, will be the longest of our episodes. I said it'd be the shortest, but we kind of had that siege, and this war was fairly interesting. So without further ado, I'm just going to break the episode off here. But if you like the episode, leave a like, subscribe. I'll definitely be editing out my dog's barks to the best of my ability, but you may still hear the baying. Again, if you like the episode, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content, and I hope you guys get to play the OpenDev. Consider pre-ordering it. I did, and it's been a great experience so far. But if you like 4X games, I would definitely recommend it. So I hope to see you guys later. Please stay safe, and as always, have a great time. See ya.